Hello YouTube, I'm David with the David West channel. Let's go ahead and get a mosquito repellent fire going. And I want to use a ferro rod ignited tinder bundle of pine needles. You know, I take and process them up, arrange them in a horseshoe shape. And usually with this bayite keychain ferro rod, it usually only takes one strike to ignite them. So I notice that my spine is not sharp enough. I've finally worn that burr off of there, so I use the coarse side of this Smith's diamond stone. You could buy it for $20 at Walmart to go ahead and put that burr back on. I drag back 20 times and feel for the burr. Hopefully 20 will do it this time, but it's, I mean, there is no sharp edge there at all. There it is. Now I have the perfect burr on there, and although it's hard to sharpen that spine up, it lasts a lot longer than the regular Mora does. So which stove should I use? I'll probably use this one. Shortly after I made this one, a branch fell on it, caved it in here. Look at these bottom vent holes. Crushed them down. It was only 1 week old when that branch fell on it. And I could tell by how small these legs are, they're just 1/4 inch. I've had this one a very, very long time, and it's finally rusting through. And this is the typical place that it rusts through, because I'm always turning this vent towards the breeze, and this back wall over here is always getting blasted with intense heat, and it's the one that breaks down first. So let's use this one. Let's stand up about 6 pieces around the outside. Now I have been loading this with too many leaves, and it works well. It just takes forever for it to show those good flames. So I will actually use less leaves, and we'll start this off with pine needles. So it's not going to take much. Process them up, fashion it into sort of a horseshoe, break out that freshly sharpened spine. Right it. Let's watch it burn a little bit. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it on time lapse. It's a thing of beauty to see it take off. Let's go ahead and put this one fatwood stick in there. I think it's dry enough and charred enough to where this will make it take off burning. Let's just see. We'll use that sharp spine again. right, I need to make some more charred punkwood. I got a real mess here. I have a bunch of punkwood that's not great. Punkwood should be soft and lightweight and spongy. When you squeeze in on it, it'll spring right back out. But I've got a lot of this that is not. So I'm going to go through it and find the good punkwood. That piece is good and spongy. It's exactly what you want right there. Except for that bark on there, I'll peel it off. You don't want to pack it in there too tight. You definitely don't want to block that hole off. You want those gases to be able to get out of there. All right, the first gases that come out of that can is going to be steam, water vapor, and then the flammable gases, the methanes and the butanes. You want to wait until all the smoke, all the flames stops coming out of that hole. Take it out of the fire, let it cool off completely before you open up that char tin, and we will be trying this out. Can's cooled off. We are ready to try it out with flint and steel. I did want to give you a heads up. You can't take a brand new Mora that you just ordered and got in the mail and think that you can sharpen the spine on the coarse side of this stone. You have to use a grinder on it first. You have to take 1/32 of an inch material off of that spine just to get past those rolled over corners. Check out that video in the description. And then after you've done that, then you can keep it touched up with the coarse side of the stone. I want to separate out the more stable charred punkwood because it has to last in that bottle. With all the agitation it's going to take, it'll just turn to powder. So the fragile ones we'll go ahead and use up on the demonstration.
Let me get some leaves, hold on.
And you want to use your biggest piece of chert, because if you think about it, if you use a small flake like I demonstrated the other day, as soon as you hit that steel, it's going to bounce off. But something that has more mass, it's going to stay in contact with the steel longer, drag down it, and scrape off more sparks and better sparks. Just like this. I'll try it again. If I can rescue some of this. Nope. As you see, it is highly reactive. Oh, even this one's ignited. Now this one's ignited. Well, I want to try it some more. Let's get some of the good stuff over here. Well, there's no separating it out once it gets going. It's hard to stop once you get started. That's such a small target. Let's see if we can one strike ignite it also. All right, y'all, do me a favor. Before you leave my channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and in that drop-down list, select all, and do give the video a like. I appreciate you joining me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one. I'll put some sticks down on top of that. How do we do on this charred punkwood? That's the good stuff. I'm happy to have it in my jar. We'll catch you on the next one. You want to see how the volunteer mullein plant is doing? It was growing all the way up against the bottom of that landing on the deck. I thought it would offset on its own, but it did not. So I pulled them out last week, and this is just one plant. It's putting up 2 flower stalks. So I don't know if you can see the way it has finally offset. It's doing well. It won't be long now. It'll shoot up another 2 or 3 feet really quickly, if it does like the one we had over here last year. I like that it has those 2 flower stalks. That's going to be gorgeous.